Hi, Scorpio. Welcome to the Power of Three and your exotic getaway reading, general reading for February 2025. Yes, your exotic getaway reading is linked to Valentine's Day. It's not necessarily for couples necessarily. For the most part, it probably will be, but it's really for everybody in the sense that, singles like to travel and, you may meet the love of your life, and maybe that's your goal to spend the younger part of your years traveling because you're open to finding love, but anywhere in the world, perhaps. For others of you, an exotic getaway, especially like something like behind me, this tapestry my son got mm, for Christmas, and he picked it out, and it's absolutely humongous. Like you're only getting a portion of it in there. We have a new deck for this reading that my daughter-in-law picked out for my birthday. Um, and a extra bonus love affirmation. So this is jam packed full of good stuff, words from Jesus. So, Scorpio, I say we take a look at where you're at with an exotic getaway. Some people don't care about stuff like that at all. So we're just going to take a look. All right. So we're going to get started with your words. Let's go. Let's get started for Scorpio. My peace is like a shaft of golden light shining on you continuously. During days of bright sunshine, it may blend in with your surroundings. On darker days, my peace stands out in sharp contrast to your circumstances. See times of darkness as opportunities for my light to shine in transcendent splendor. I am training you to practice peace that overpowers darkness. Collaborate with me in this training. Do not grow weary and lose heart. For Scorpio, thank you, Holy Spirit of Yeshua, being here with Scorpio, February 2025, for their exotic getaway. I see it back here. Ask, and you shall receive, that your joy may be full. That's the front of the cards. Yeah. Ask and receive that your joy may be full. All right. Who knows what that could be? Anything for any of you. This is the new deck, and it's called the Healing Waters Oracle. They actually got me quite a few decks. They got me decks for Christmas and my birthday, so there's lots for you guys to look forward to. The Healing Waters Oracle. Gorgeous. This is the box. I've been showing it to everybody just because I think the box is so awesome. The deck is even more. All right. Thank you to Archangel, my guides and peeps for being here with Scorpio, fighting us through this freaking light. That's too many. Overall energy for Scorpio's exotic getaway. Planetary wave, soul mission, trust the inner call, soul king. You're not the only sign that got this card, which is good. I feel like you're another sign. Okay, there's big awakenings this year. Um, some of them might be starting this year, some of them might be blossoming this year. But I just feel like there's a lot, which is good. It's the time. This is why we're here at this time. Your soul mission, waking up to that, trusting the inner call. You hear the inner call. You're meeting. Some of you are meeting your soul team. Some of you are learning what your soul mission is, and maybe for some of you, it's making changes around the world. In which case, you would be traveling. It's just what are the motivations for that travel? And for others of you, that's all you're concerned about is your soul mission. So whatever that is. It's going to be radically different for everyone. We all have the same goal, the outcome, but there's many, many paths, soul paths to travel in order to have a sweeping effect. So to support this energy, we are using the soul connections from two hearts meets for the sign of Scorpio. February 2025. What is the supporting energy? Learn. Let love show you how to learn from each other. But that also might, like for some of you, that's going to be an actual physical relationship. But for a lot of you, I feel like that's going to be the love of your guides. Okay, your soul team that your overall energy is talking about. Your soul team is going to show you how to learn from them. Excuse me. Oh no, I hope this is not going to start again. I keep going through sneezing fits. Oh, I'm gonna have to pause the video if this starts up again because I can't do anything to stop it. Okay, let's get a love affirmation on this overall energy, overall and supporting energy. Okay. Allow yourself to soar to new heights. These love affirmations have been amazing, amazingly helpful just to allow yourself to soar to new heights. So take this overall energy, soul mission, trust the inner call, soul team. Let love show you how to learn from each other so that you can soar to new heights. It's amazing. All right. The overall, not the overall, main spread is we're using this month, vice versa. So let's see what comes out for Scorpio. For the highest good, please. What do they need to know? Their exotic getaway. Ah, victory. That's a nice way to start out a reading. Victory. Let's keep going. Victory. What else? Victory in planting the right seeds. Victory in focusing on the right thing, focusing on your soul mission, focusing on that inner call and trusting it and doing what your soul team has asked you to do. Because now it's going to blossom. Now you're waiting for the harvest. Because you can see there was ample reason to trust that inner call. And victory is heading right towards that Seven of Pentacles, whatever you're waiting for. Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, sorry. I can't tell the difference in the crowns. Reversed. See, I think you've turned your back on, what do you call it? You've turned your back on, what do you call it? Why is this taking my brain away? Worldly possessions, that's it. You've turned your back on worldly possessions. I mean, yeah, Scorpio, we live in this world. So you need to survive. However, it's that focus on all that matters is that I have the biggest house, the nicest house, the best looking family, the biggest, nicest, most expensive, everything that there is. Because a lot of, not, I'm not even going to say some, a lot of people think that that's all that matters to be a success in this life. And it isn't. I mean, yeah, we all need to eat, we all need a roof over our head, and we all want the comforts of life. But I think you've turned your back on the overboard. Thankful for what you have And I think that you've planted new seeds. I think that you've grounded yourself in new ways, your soul mission. So if you're spending money and it requires money, and it does, trust me, look at this channel. Okay. Aside from when I get lucky and the family helps me by get buying me gifts, and I use my birthday and my Christmas to receive things for this channel. Not to mention spending all my money on tapestries, freshening, like every year I'm ordering new ones so that you're not seeing the same thing over and over again because there's just so many different energies. And yes, I like the tapestries. For a long time, it was the decks, but I have so many of them that it's even useless for me to really go on there unless there's something very different and unique. It, I have uh, all of them. I swear. Because one day, maybe if you want me to, I'll show you all the decks I have. And then you can tell me what you think about how many I have and the tapestries. But his point is the money, right? The time, the month, the finances that I put into this just to give it away for free, so that I'm fulfilling my calling. I'm fulfilling my duty, right? And the ways that I'm given back to, the ways that what's coming off this tree for me is knowing that people are helped on their soul mission. That's huge. Money can't buy that. Really. Money can't buy fulfilling that. Money can help you fulfill it, but it can't buy that mission, that soul mission, that unseen fulfillment. That's a victory that just can't be copied or replaced by money itself. And this energy here, this King of Pentacles, realizes that now. I don't see your element here yet, Scorpio. Okay, there's earth and there's fire here. Let's see what we have. Okay, spoke too soon. All right, obviously, you've had a come to Jesus moment, for a lack of a better way to describe it. Okay, doesn't necessarily have to be that, but you know what I mean, where you heard that call. It's that shift, that inexplainable, money cannot do anything about it, shift within where your soul is like, and you finally be like, okay, that's something. Um, this the other side, right? That's what this is about, because you realize that you might have caused a lot of pain to yourself and to people that you cared about, only focusing on the earthly things of this life and thinking that that's all that matters, and willing to fight, push somebody off a cliff in order to win that scenario of financial gain. This is a metaphorical way, not literally pushing somebody off a cliff. No, but you know what I'm saying? Like, the different scenarios that could metaphorically describe. So let's clarify now. For you, we are using the Mystic, where's the box? Mystic Fairy Tarot. Honey is not behind me. I've got her in the back, but she's beacon off and singing. I hope the microphone's not picking it up. She's actually singing really pretty. All right, let's clarify. The budgie babies, you be good. Okay. Let's clarify the victory card. Six of Wands for Scorpio, please. She's making that. Eight of Wands. So that's the victory, is that you are on your soul path now. It is moving rapidly. Okay? You are moving forward. In a, like, once you are awake to what's really going on, kind of thing, it changes the energy quickly and it changes you in a rapid form. And it makes you like, okay, let me get you this scenario in a smaller scale where you come home and you find that the kids or the dog or somebody has done something and you realize, and then there's a trail to follow. You follow me, and it's like, what is going on? And you're getting more upset, and you're walking faster, and you're like trying to find out where the source is of what happened. It's like that. And for everybody, that's going to be a little different, but again, we're all on the same journey ultimately, and some of us make it out, and some of us don't. But ultimately, that's the thing is for all of us to be moving towards that one goal. Seven of Pentacles. So you are not the only sign, Scorpio, this month that's more worried about awakening. You know, stuff like exotic getaways, that's on the back burner kind of thing for another sign. So for you, similar. The Magician. See, Scorpio, you are awakening because you realize that you are the elements. You have it all. You can make or break your existence on this planet by either breaking it by burying your head in the sand and only worrying about what this 3D world tells you to worry about. Or you can pull your head out of your ass, pay attention to all the flags flying around you and all the bells and whistles that are going off, but you can't see where they're coming from because they're coming from your soul team. So it's up to you because a lot of people do not want to pay attention to that. They would rather stick with what they've been told since birth and stick their head back down in the sand or up their butt, however you want to put it. But that doesn't sit good with some of us, not by a long shot. So that's what's here. Allow yourself to soar to new heights. That's what this Eight of Wands is doing. He's riding a dragon. King of Pentacles reversed for Scorpio. You know why the King of Pentacles has turned his back on? Seven of Swords. And the lies. Having the biggest house, the nicest car, the highest paying job, the flashiest clothes, the biggest rings, the fanciest friends is a big fat. That's what you've turned your back on. It's either the beginning of your awakening. Like some of these energies that are coming out, I'm extremely happy and proud of. It's just that, considering the energy that's here, and I think that's why it's here, more so than just a Valentine's Day thing. It's like they're pushing it to the limits with the exotic getaway, right? Because this would cost. I feel like something going to a place like this would be expensive. It really would. And you gotta have money to burn. Most of us that are sensible to want to like it's just a big lie. It's just falling into a big lie. The whole thing, you know. It's not what's gonna make you happy. Yes, we all want a nice home. We want our walls to our rooms to be the way we want them, and we want to have the food that we want to eat in our fridge. That's all fine, but that's nothing to do with what people do to each other to get houses that are worth like $50 million and cars that are worth like everything you've owned in your whole life is worth. Like, it's just a different scale of being on this planet. Do you follow me? I think you do. Let's get love affirmations on these. Eight of Wands under the Victory card. Eight of Wands under the Six of Wands. All right, okay. All right, all three of yours fell out at once, which has not happened before. Okay, so here's your love affirmation for the Eight of Wands under the Victory. Okay, your victory is coming in. You've planted the new seeds. Okay, you're focused on those Seven Pentacles for completely different reasons, not for them to blow up into a million pentacles. No, these pentacles are going to serve a way more purposeful purpose. All right. And you are pushing forward now. Now that you're in this energy, you are not messing around. Be your true self is your love affirmation. Be your true self. It's part of the awakening. Magician under the Seven of Pentacles, you have a generous heart. Right. You would rather help others, right? Live a more like, here's an example, okay? And I don't mean to bring up somebody specific, but he's really the only person on the planet that I know that I can use as an example. But if you're familiar with Elon Musk, like him or not like him, if you look into him and his life and how you know he's worth billions, right? But he lives very modestly. He does not live in a huge mansion. He doesn't. He doesn't wear flashy clothes. There's absolutely nothing flashy about him. And if you look at how he lives, it's very, very modestly. Well, so that's kind of what I'm picking up here. I'm not saying that the reading's for him, but it was just a huge example of how he's the only person I know on the planet that could be that rich and not have all those things. He uses that to do other things, and he helps a lot of people. So, um, maybe he inspires you. Um, Even if you have absolutely no way to get to that level financially, you don't have to. You're not by a long shot. It doesn't matter. That's the point. That's the whole point of this reading. That's the whole point of me bringing him up. You don't have to be that wealthy to be in that energy of being awakened and realize that you have a purpose here. And it's not about building up your bank account and having the best of everything. Okay? Now, the Seven of Swords under the King of Pentacles reversed, we have allow miracles to happen. Oh, this is amazing. Ask and you shall receive that your joy may be full. Because it's just that simple for your joy to be full, Scorpio. More and more as you awaken, it doesn't take those earthly things to make your joy full. Your heart is full of joy because your soul is awakened and on its path now. This is amazing, Scorpio. I'm very happy for you. We're going to extra clarify as we always do. We're using a Hyper deck this month. And then to close out, we're using the Return of Spirit. And I am reading the message to you, even though there is a word on there. But they have been outstanding. Okay? Advice for you to take away. And I'm a fast reader, and it doesn't take long, I promise. So let's extra clarify this for Scorpio for February 2025 for their highest good. Planetary wave with learn and allow yourself to soar to new heights. Oh, there we go. The lovers. Now you understand that the lovers is a choice, right? And you're choosing. This isn't about a lover. This is about loving yourself and loving the transformation that's happening for you. Um, Trusting that inner call and your soul team. I think that's who you're choosing. Okay. You are literally buddying up finally with the unseen instead of the seen. All right. It's not like when I say it's the lovers, like this is like loving yourself. It's hard to describe unless you go through it. Where you're actually almost happier and more content on your own with your guides because they're the only ones that aren't going to harm you. They're there to guide you. They're the ones you realize that they've guided you out of so many things where you didn't realize even at the time that they were there. So allow those miracles to happen, Scorpio, because teaming up in a sense, in a loving way, and choosing to do so with this lover's card is what's giving you the victory. I'm pushing you forward. Eight of Wands, under the victory, be your true self. Concern. Where's the concern coming from? Well, when you start to be your true self, people notice. And of course, if you're not falling in line anymore, like they are and have been and have taught you to do so, and so on and so forth, and your friends and whoever, they don't like it. And they will a lot of times turn that into concern. Or it's really not concern for you, it's concern for themselves. Because if they can't have you in a certain lane, we'll call it, on the highway, you might have realized that that highway wasn't going to take you where you really want to go. It might be heading to just a whole lot of earthly lies. So you took the off ramp. And so that's concerning to the rest of the people that are on the highway with you that expect you to be on that highway with them. I don't know where this highway came from, but I guess it's the best way for them to describe it. You're just going along like me, you, and everybody else, like you are on the highway. Those big ones where it's four lanes. And then you got to like move over three to get off the highway, right? So you might have caused a little bit of disruption trying to move over three lanes to get off the highway because you're like, you know what the hell am I doing on this highway with these people that are just moving forward like cattle? Like, excuse me, pardon me, I'm sorry, leave. I'm getting off this highway. This is not for me. So your soul team helped you successfully get off the off ramp and or off the highway onto the off ramp. And now where do you go? I don't know. You're in a strange town in a strange place because you just randomly decided to get off the highway because that was the right thing to do there. But now, what do you do? You usually, when you get to the end of that and you're at a light or a stop sign, and it's like, usually you can only go left or right. Not always, but usually you can only go left or right. And if you don't know what town you're in, well, the sign will tell you, but it doesn't mean you've been there before. When you turn around and get on the same highway and go the other way, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't have an answer to that question. The magician, under the Seven of Pentacles, you have a generous heart. Courthouse, you have a generous heart. Courthouse. So, I think courthouse is here because you're just so damn trustworthy, even to people that don't deserve it. Maybe you've recently separated from somebody and you pretty much let them have everything because you don't even care anymore. Like maybe the breakup that you just had that's closed out now was a huge part of your awakening. So the fact that you looked at the whole scenario differently, watching these greedy little mongrels that are of this earth and will never awaken, you let them have it. Because you're so generous and you were trustworthy too, and you were just taken advantage of. But in the meantime, you had a huge awakening. And that's why the king is here reversed. We're going to extra clarify that now. King of Pentacles reversed with Seven of Swords and allow miracles to happen. And there's another reason why that's here because of what you went through. And you had to let somebody that probably deserved nothing more to get knocked on their ass for their behavior and their lies. But you ended up letting them have everything. It's just not worth the fight. And I spoke about people at the beginning of the reading. If you rewind, I spoke that this is what this energy was about. You getting away from the fact that people will push somebody off a cliff in order to win the money, to win, to be the winner, to get the job, to get the house, to get this, to get that, to make the deal in order to have those things, so on and so forth. That's what you're turning away from and splitting away from at the same time and awakening. It may have started before the gift. Look at this. Allow miracles to happen and you get the gift. So I don't even need to leave that up there any longer. Allow miracles to happen. You're not even looking for them, but it's going to come, just going to land in your lap. You know why? Because you deserve it. You deserve it, Scorpio. You know why? Because this is what you've been dealing with, a false person, and only there to get what you gave them, which was pretty much everything that they didn't deserve. But other things are more important to you, and that's important too. So it's like learning a big lesson. It cost you a lot, but it didn't cost you what was the most important thing, and that's your soul mission and hearing that inner call and puttying up and choosing your soul team. Wow. Okay, let's close this out, Scorpio. I feel like it's been, yeah, 33 minutes. Longer video than others, but there's our infamous friggin' noise in the corner. So for the sign of Scorpio, please close this energy out safely. You give them the message they need, them will take away. Ooh, Scorpio, you get surfacing. Makes sense, right? Sure does to me. Let's read this. Doesn't take long, I promise. It takes me half as long to find it. Let's try it out. Shifting. There it is. Got it. All right, Scorpio. Every time we allow ourselves to step out beyond our boundaries or find a way to get past our fears, the entire universe celebrates. It isn't easy to let the world see us, and Spirit knows this. But we are here to allow our true expression and to allow the deepest parts of ourselves to rise to the surface. Where does it say be your true self? To be seen and shared, the surfacing card comes when we are about to face the challenge of stepping up and stepping out into the world. You could be, look at this, I just got to keep doing this throughout. See, the world card came out, right? You could be asked to speak publicly, give a presentation, perform, release a novel, or anything which involves putting yourself out there. Whatever it is that is going to be asked of you will involve shining your soul's light in some way for others to see. Soul team, trust the inner call, soul mission. You might be feeling sacred. You might be feeling scared as hell and wanting to run as fast as your legs will carry you. But this is why the universe is giving you this card today. Look carefully at the image. There are hundreds of tiny bubbles rising to the surface. Take a moment to energetically feel the colors. There's a lot of joy in there. This is Spirit's way of reassuring you that this process brings with it much joy and celebration. This is a part of your soul doing what it has come here to do. You just have to get past yourself first. Look at that. The surfacing card can also come if we have been brave and expressed our truth in some way. It comes if we have shared a part of ourselves, our gifts, or our talents. Spirit is here to acknowledge you and your bravery. Every time you allow the expression of your soul, it is a cause of celebration. There is a whole lot more to you just below the surface. These are aspects of yourself which are not fully conscious, which you are not fully conscious of yet. When the surfacing card comes, it means that these hidden qualities are about to rise to the surface. Enjoy this time of self discovery. The Lover's card, self discovery. Bada bing, bada boom. I have goosebumps so much. Okay. And I hope you do too. Because if you felt like you were part of this energy before you entered this reading, then it should be really accelerating you like up off the ground. Because you are so where you need to be right now. Scorpio, please support the channel just by poking the like button, making sure you're subscribed. It's free. I give this away freely from my heart because it's my soul mission. And I'm heavily suppressed by YouTube. Okay. So I need all the help I can get, and I'm here to help you. So until I see you guys again, take care. Bye for now.